Gang violence has been part of LA's story for the better part of a century now. Also part of the story, police corruption and brutality. Former police officer Alex Salazar was a bad cop. By his own admission, very bad. Like a lot of once good police, the streets changed him. He saw a lot of ugliness, the lines became blurred, the job ground him down, and he crossed the line, repeatedly.
To quote Nietzsche, those who chase monsters need to be careful that they don't become monsters. I thought I was going to arrest the bad guys. I never thought I would become a bad guy myself.
Did you become a bad guy?
Oh, I did, yes.
How bad?
I became very aggressive, beating people, losing control, and using excessive force when there really wasn't any need for me to do that. I mean, I worked the most infamous police station ever known. It was called Rampart. Won Best Picture for Denzel Washington for his portrayal of this really bad police officer.
I'm the police! I run shit here! You just live here!
Was that an understatement? Were there cops that bad?
Yes, there were. Yes, there were. I was one of them. The problem was very systemic. We don't have so much that problem anymore. It does happen.
Is it not the nature of the job? When you're asked to every day go in and look at people at their most desperate and ugly, that you become desensitized and maybe even turn into a monster.
Just think about it. Every day they're looking at the worst of society, and maybe they have a partner that gets killed or shot. It's all very overwhelming. Many turn to alcohol and drugs to medicate. And I'm not trying to be an apologist for the police because, you know, they do need to be held accountable. But, you know, we need to help them. We really do, because they are out there and they're the ones that are going to show up at your home.
Mexican-American, living in East LA and a victim of a crime. You calling the police, expecting a sympathetic response? I mean, generally speaking, what do you think
I think most police officers show up being ready to help out. They certainly have to do their job, take a report.
What do you think the victim thinks when they place a phone call? Do you think they have high hopes that I believe my call is going to be handled with the same fervor as somebody calling from Beverly Hills?
While there are good officers that come in and they do help, there's also many who lose that empathetic feeling of looking at someone with brown skin or very dark skin, and they say, well, you know, why am I helping out this person? There's a stupid Mexican. And I saw that being projected upon these people who all they wanted was help.
Sol Garcia grew up in Boyle Heights and is no stranger to the challenges facing the Latino community. The Boyle Heights Running Club started as a safety in numbers project. The small group of community members started running the bridges of Boyle Heights, making their presence known, and simply by being there, by being a presence, taking their streets back from the gangs and the criminals, who too often are the default company in a one-company neighborhood. Tacos Indiana streetcar on 4th and Clarence Street.
What are you guys having?
I'm gonna do asada.
You're gonna do asada?
Frequented by Elisa and fellow running club member Rolly Cruz. Carne asada, the slow-grilled marinated beef classic served as a burrito with rice and beans, or simply on a tortilla as a taco.
Gracias.
Tacos lengua, beef tongue braised with garlic and onions. And tacos al pastor, stacked guajillo chili rub pork shoulder slices with your choice of toppings.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cheap, Yet supremely satisfying street taco trucks like this one have served the Latino community of Boyle Heights for years. But the neighborhood is changing. Let's say it's diversifying.
Well, first come the coffee shops, a couple of smart, like hip restaurants. Hipsters arrive, rents go up. How do you stop that?
Well, that, which you explained in a nutshell, is what has been going on throughout Los Angeles. The gentrification of downtown, it's spreading here. And in a neighborhood like this, gentrification, not to be dramatic, but the population of families that are homeless is growing. Little by little, like, the block is disappearing, whether it's deportation, whether it's gentrification. You know, it's barely now coming to the forefront, but for the people that live and work here every day, it's been a reality. There's a lot of struggles here that if you're gonna be a part of this community, like, you have to recognize that struggle.
I think that the reality is, though, LA is always changing, right? So, like, we are in the battle of LA. And who's gonna win in this is yet to be determined, but the fight is still gonna go on.
Let us assume the best of the intelligence officers who served here, of the pilots and bombardiers who ran missions over Laos. That they were doing their duty as they saw it, that they believed they were serving the interests of their country.
So this is a banana plantation?
Yes, banana and lemongrass.
That still leaves us with the unarguable fact that generations later, UXOs, or unexploded ordnances, remain a huge problem.
What's here, cluster bomb mostly? Bombies?
Yes, yes.
เพราะว่าเราเฉลี่ยได้เนาะแต่ว่าเนื้อที่ที่ว่า 66,000 นี่นะที่พวกทีมงานสำรวจพวกเราลงสำรวจนี่นะก็ถือว่าเราพบผ่านมานี่ถือว่าเขาเจ้าพบมันก็ถือว่าเป็น30 กว่าแล้ว
Organizations like UXO Lao are tasked with cleaning up the mess.
You go with a metal detector, dig them out by hand, no
Yes.
machines,
Yes.
detonate them.
The technology we use nowadays is the same that 20 years ago.
Right.
รายงานความปลอดภัยเข้ามาทราบแล้วเตือน
จุดงานที่นี่มีความปลอดภัยดีเปลี่ยนจุดสองก็มีความปลอดภัยดีเปลี่ยน
ด้านนี้แล้วให้ไปต้องที่กัดบังเพราะในขณะนี้ทีมงานเก็บกู้ร่มเห่าจะได้มีการทำลายระเบิดอยู่ที่นี้3 2 1ยิง
Wow. It's a big bang.
Imagine how the children pick it up.
Yeah. Laos is the most heavily bombed country per capita in the history of the world.
Yep.
80 million is the number of cluster bombs that did not detonate.
Since the war in Vietnam ended and we left our secret war here behind, 20,000 people, many of whom were not even alive during the conflicts, have been killed or maimed.
Now, most of the people who are blown up, who are they? Mostly farmers.
Nowadays, the pictures a little bit changed to the children right now because the children is look like tennis ball. It's good for playing for the children to pick up as a toy.
So far, only half of 1% of the country has been cleared.
80 million
cluster bombs
Right.
that still left in the country.
Right.
20 years, what we did is 1.4 million.
In
Just
20,
only-
in 20 years.
20 years.
So that's a lot left.
That's a lot. And many people asking me how many years ago. I have no answers. 3, 2, 1.
Sau đó tàu cá chỗ tàu ta này có một tàu bỏ nó từ trong mó là do tua nhón và
mà là khởi cho neo và một số bậc cả và nhà lúc học và mấy chục con này bên tàu tiện như vậy để vùng khởi lò lỡ để mất tiền tàu tiện của tua o tùn tới rồi theo mỗi ít tu mà lấy tu thi pe mà lấy ilu lộc của cu lũ cu lấy của từ là trâu lưng trâu là một khởi tới lúc bầm bì nè trong lúc là chỉ trả lầu thì tôi hài ó trả lầu thì tôi hài thì thoát trong lúc mà từ tua này giờ là hài lục khăm mô này là tên là chỉ trâu vô thôi nè chỉ tao để làm trong chếคนนี้ตัวทั้งหมดเลยจุ่มน้อยในมุ้งตรงที่เต้ตัวเจตัวจงเลยจีตัวเกียร์ตาชินเลย
chính xác có ba món là trong bếp này của ta. So this is bamboo soup. This bamboo is very fresh because they just get it from the forest up here. Normally the bamboo is a little bit bitter, but he has to boil it
Long time.
and then he'll take off the water. Then
Change the water.
yeah, change the water and cook it again with chicken or duck.
Right, for flavor.
Yes.
So what year was he born? How old is the gentleman?
Có dùng sông từ này.
Có dùng chết cho bọn tôi chọc.
1960. So born at the beginning of the war here.
Yeah. Thành đó có thầu có chuyện nhà mình giàu có bỏ là bỏ không bỏ.
Mà ôn chia ta đi.
Giờ ta liền.
Chia ta đi. Họ không bỏ trâu này chỉ trong này giờ thì thầu mà cho không bỏ nào mà nó đau vậy. Nó đau vậy và có chỉ khởi bỏ chế nhà giàu khởi tàu thì mình mới trồng nhiều cùi mình giàu thế lục mình giàu thế, mà lục bỏ lục la cái mũ. Đây lục vàng như vậy thì lục vàng mà giờ sao sủng cha vậy. Sủng cha thì mới chuột một trâu lại lục vàng cậu hoàn chạy, thì mình chỉ có thoát mình là thì thuộc có tàu mới chuột mình chỉ thả tủ sống này cái thời chuột. Chỉ kéo nó cho thì nó tung thò lại. Thì trâu kia không nó ilu trâu nó trâu nó ilu trâu nó chỉ nhau không.
While these days the effects of the secret war are receiving more attention, much of how we got here remains off limits. The CIA and their relationship with the Hmong, in part because there are, to this day, insurgents deep in the jungle, is a sensitive subject with the Lao government.
Where did the American doctors come from?
Cho cứ không bao giờ nhỏ thì tua nào.
Rồi là một xe A số là chứ.
Họ từ chỉ trong biển cái liền rồi.
Là một xe A số.
So actually it's I think this is not a question, I think.
Okay.
In a communist one-party state like Laos, it can be dangerous to talk politics.
You tell me whether we can talk about this or not, whether it's a comfortable subject or not, but here on one hand, we have Americans dropping bombs that blow this at the time, child up.
Yeah.
And then they're American doctors. So put them back together. Given that, is he angry?
Có sai thì giờ giờ thì dù thằng đó một trò vậy, vì cả là tôi tuổi là tôi trò bồng tới trò dù vai dù trẻ nó vậy. Nó muốn là
họ nó mà chỉ muốn bản hạ chỉ mà tăng mà chỉ cố rong xe để tôi bảo bị sang để chẳng hạn chẳng muốn này mỏ để tôi phải chạm nên bị sang từ trồng mỏ trồng cho là chỉ kho hủ trồng không bao giờ để chỉ tua là cũng cho là kho tàu.
I mean, all of the bombing, all of the suffering, all of the death. What did he think it was all for?
Thế mà mua bạc cổ cả độc nó mà những cụ chỉ bao giờ thì nó.
Ahora estoy haciendo el chile, que es para los tamales rojos. Lo estoy partiendo a la mitad para que se cocine más rápido. Eso pica. Mi nombre es Evelia Coyotze y soy del estado de Tlaxcala. Y yo vine a Queens en el 2000. No sé, tal vez este era mi destino. Vender tamales. Se agarra la masa, cuchara de masa, se la hace y se la hace así. Se le pone una cuchara de salsa, pollo y se envuelve. Mi rutina diaria empieza a las 7 de la noche, las 8. Empiezo a hacer los tamales, hago los atoles, pasamos a traer el carrito y salgo a vender a las 4 de la mañana. Cuando yo llegué a Queens, era tan difícil estar aquí en Queens porque yo había dejado a mi hijo en México. Bueno, yo empecé a vender tamales porque me quedé sin trabajo cuando se cayeron las Torres Gemelas. Me ha costado mucho. Yo vendía en un carro de supermercado. Molestaba mucho la policía. Nos llevaban a la cárcel como 15, 16 veces. Entonces fue cuando decidí que tenía que rentar un carro porque nos arrestaban. Ahora nos está yendo bueno y así me vaya subiendo. Los fines de semana es bueno porque se venden como 2,000 tamales.
It is tempting to think, when reflecting on Jackson Heights, of Indian. But Queens is always changing, always in flux, a landing spot for people from all over the world, new arrivals from Tibet being an example. Sandwiched between 2 cell phone stores and a couple of jewelry shops is Lhasa fast food.
This particular neighborhood we're in now, Jackson Heights, has historically been the first stop for the newest immigrants. It's a big Latino neighborhood, but the South Asian community's presence is pretty well known, and it's, I think, very fitting that now this huge Tibetan community, which is very new, looking for a home, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go near the Indians, right?
So you guys grew up together?
Yeah, we grew up together in Queens.
I remember we were in the same Little League.
What position did you play Little League?
Oh, they put me in the outfield. I was terrible.
Which outfield? That matters.
Oh, yeah, usually the right side. What do they call it? Okay, see, I don't know.
Keems joins me for dinner along with his friend and neighborhood advocate, Ali Najmi.
I'd now like to call up a close friend of mine, Mr. Ali Najmi.
I'm really involved in politics, local elections, empowering new voters, and then advocating for particular issues that come up. Mr. President, I know you're not too good at listening, but you're gonna have to hear us now. Muslim Americans are not going anywhere. Latino Americans are not going anywhere. And we contribute to this country. It turns out we pay more taxes than you do.
Why give a fuck?
I have a sense of what I think is right and what needs to be done. And I can't sit back and let people who are being underserved continue to be underserved.
You're gonna have your work cut out for you the next 4 years.
We are, but you know what? We have to organize. There's no other way to do it. America wouldn't be as great as it is right now if people didn't organize.
It's both unique and disturbing that you're also from Queens. Because the values that you have been running on are not the Queens values we know. And I guarantee you one thing, we, all of us, will make sure you don't forget where you came from.
How much traction are you getting within the community? Is there a hunger for that, or is it taking some convincing?
There are definitely a lot of people who are just, because it's such a new community, they're just trying to make it in America. They're trying to maximize whatever they have, even space. We have a cell phone store, a phone card store, we have a little bit of space, let's put a restaurant here and maximize everything we can. But then there are other people that get it, that believe in the promises of America, and they believe in their rights.
Thin tuk, hand-torn noodle soup with chilies and ginger.
I mean, do you think it's only a matter of time till, replaced by either another incoming group or, hipster apocalypse?
Look, I mean, the story of New York is that neighborhoods are constantly changing. Nothing is, everything's in flux, nothing's static. And even all our communities that have come in, we've transformed these neighborhoods that we moved into.
It's hard to make a claim for ownership when my parents moved here too, So there is that constant, I don't want this neighborhood to be gentrified, but am I gentrifying it?
Shapta, or chili fried beef. Thin panes of beef with chili oil and soy and Sichuan peppercorns. Shamomo, steamed dumplings stuffed with beef.
For a lot of people, you're gonna see this community, and for them, it's like the nightmare scenario. What's the best things about Queens other than diversity? Just as an everyday practical matter.
You wake up every day in Queens and you're allowed to be who you are. You can't say that about every place. Maybe not even the places our parents come from.